I think I did it. I think we're actually live. Okay. Wow. Boy, am I sorry I'm late. This was harder than I thought. And practice and practice, so sorry about that. But welcome. National RTAP is live for Rural Transit Day 2025. Happy Rural Transit Day. I am Kara Marcus, Knowledge and Resource Manager for National RTAP, National Rural Transit Assistance Program. And if you haven't heard of us yet, well, we've been around since July 1st, 1987. We just celebrated our 38th birthday. And we were created by the predecessor of Federal Transit Administration called RTAP. So the first Rural Transit Day was a lot more current than that, 2019. We've been doing it for a while on Twitter and then X. And as you can probably tell, this is my first Facebook Live Rural Transit Day. And again, sorry for the delay. I kept saying, go live, go live, go live. But now it is live and there are 12 viewers, so come on in. Okay, so Rural Transit Day was created to celebrate everything about rural transit. It's to celebrate transit managers, drivers, dispatchers, mechanics, mobility managers, RTAP managers, FTA staff, professional association staff, vendors, and for last but not least, certainly not least, passengers. Everybody here plays a role in getting people where they need to go in rural and tribal areas, whether that's to work, healthcare, school, shopping, more. You know, it's, you know what you do and you know how important it is. So I've seen all day on all our social media platforms an outpouring of support for Rural Transit and Rural Transit Day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So you're all going to be following along or participating. Hope you participate. And you're going to be participating in the comment area. So if you, I see some people figured out how to do it already. You're better than me. Okay, wonderful. Well, if you haven't commented yet, what I'd like you to do, you can't really honk if you love rural transit. That isn't safe anyway. But why don't you put a happy emoji if you love Rural Transit Day? So let's see. You know, if you haven't done a Facebook Live yet, obviously I haven't. Let's see some happy emojis in the comment area. And while you're doing that, I am going to introduce our moderators, because besides being a celebration of rural transit, Rural Transit Day is a great time to have, oh, here's some happy emojis. Wonderful. It's a great time to have a really important and spirited discussion on issues, challenges, and solutions in rural transit. And we have 3 moderators today, and they've thought up some wonderful questions that hopefully a lot of you will have great answers for, I know you will, about rural transit. So the first moderator is John Ando. He is the Transit General Manager of Reading Area Bus Authority in California. He's on our National RTAP Review Board, and he moderated our chat last year. Our next moderator is Stephanie Bushong, and she is the Vice Chair, Transit Deputy Director of Ketchikan Gateway Borough in Alaska. And Stephanie is also on our review board. The Vice Chair is not for Ketchikan, that's for our review board, so a couple of different titles. So welcome, Stephanie. And then we have another Stephanie, Stephanie Lewis, who is the Florida RTAP Project Manager. And she has moderated a lot of our Twitter chats for Rural Transit Day. So welcome to all of our moderators, and I see some of them have already introduced themselves in the chat. So I also want to thank a couple of people who helped me with practice, even though it still took me so long to get on this. Eric Dickey, who is National RTAP Technical Support Expert. I see he's on. And Eddie Van Stein, Mobility Manager for Steuben County, New York. Thank you both for all of your helping and practicing. And now that we're actually live, it's happening. And also Elle Carey helped with the practice. I see she's on there. She's from Transit Happy. And she also did our marketing toolkit, which you can certainly use for Rural Transit Day. So we also have some people from National RTAP who said they'd be on. Robin Phillips, our Executive Director, and Tara Franklin, our Summer Resource Library intern from San Jose State University. So if you're there, or if anybody else is there from National RTAP, please introduce yourself. Now I'm going to open it up to the floor again. I saw a lot of you have introduced yourselves, and I'd like you to, even if you did already, come back and introduce yourself, say who you are, where you're from, and there's an icebreaker. What are you doing that's special to celebrate Rural Transit Day? So I know you're on this chat, so thank you. But if there's anything else, so while you're doing that, I'm going to share some things that I found over this past week that are very exciting. And here's the first one. The Confederated Tribes of the Umatilla Indian Reservation, who operate kayak public transit, for the first time published a proclamation of Rural Transit Day this year. And their board published it. And the way they did that, it's not just for this year, it's for all perpetuity. Oneida Public Transit is not only giving free rides, they're having a raffle for riders who take a picture with the driver or fill out a survey or post a photo of one of their buses on Facebook. So if you do that during this chat, even better. Valley County Transit is both celebrating its 50th anniversary and Rural Transit Day with a special barbecue today. Valley Metro published an English-Spanish post inviting riders to tell them how rural transit has affected their lives. CODA is having a 5K run to celebrate Rural Transit Day. NCRTD has a cool QR code to gather community input on what rural transit means to people. Reagan Mass Transit District is having an open house. Governor Mike Dinwiddie from Alaska proclaimed Rural Transit Day, and this is not the first time. In fact, Governor Dinwiddie has proclaimed Rural Transit Day pretty much every year. The Kauai Bus in Hawaii is sharing community stories on its website and social media, highlighting the positive impact rural transit has on their lives. Jasper County Community Services is having a celebration with music, free items, and free transportation. Open Plains Transit, Victor Valley Transit, Mountain Transit, Basin Transit, Needles Area Transit, Tri-Valley's The Bus, Morongo Bay Transit Authority, and probably more are giving free rides today. Snake, spinach, and guinea pigs, what do they have in common with Rural Transit Day? Well, they're also special days today. And there's, I might show you at the end, a YouTube video and a video from Cirrus Liner Bus in the Philippines, who created a video with a beautiful song for Rural Transit Day. During intermission, I'll try to share some of these things. So the next thing I want to do is just a little housekeeping. Wait, one more, sorry. This one is from DJ Transit and Laurel, and they sent this by email to share. Their team is celebrating Rural Transit Day in style. So, okay, and also I have this one. This didn't happen on Rural Transit Day, but this happened at our last review board meeting. Our staff and review board donned their Rural Transit Day t-shirts for just this fun picture. And guess what? At the end of this chat, you will have the chance to enter a contest for your very, very own Rural Transit Day t-shirt. Looks like this. There'll be one lucky winner. So, without further ado, I am going to turn it over. Oh, this is great, seeing all of these people coming in. A lot of people I know, a lot of other people, and wonderful. And hopefully we'll get more people, but I know we started this a little late. So, Stephanie Lewis, why don't you enter the first question in the comments section, and we'll get started with our discussion. Okay, I see the question. And when you answer with A1. So the question is, what's one thing you wish more people understood about the importance of rural transit? I'll answer out loud while you're answering comment-wise. And hi everyone from National RTAP. That's me. Okay, so let's see. We're getting some more introductions. Hi, Elle. If everybody saw Stephanie's question, what's the one thing you wish more people understood about the importance of rural transit? So I think for many rural transit community members, it is the only way they can get to work, school, medical care, etc. You know, if they don't have a car, they don't have people who can drive them, they're really dependent. Hi, Georgia Department of Transportation. We wish that people understood that rural transit provides the opportunity for citizens of Georgia and everywhere to have access to medical, shopping, and other needs. Tara from National RTAP, rural transit is not just about transportation, it's about access to opportunity. For many rural residents, it's the only way to get where you need to go. Okay, and Stephanie Bushong, that not only do we move people and access, but we move the economy. So true. Okay, you can keep those answers coming, and I'm going to ask John to tell us about technology that you're using to make rural transit experience easier. For your riders. So John said he might be a little late, maybe even later than me. So John, if you are here, please put your question in the chat, in the comment area. And if you don't, in a minute, I will do that. John might still be in his other meeting. So here's the question. Technology. Now, if you are a rural transit agency, you can answer it from your own perspective. And if not, just talk about some great technology you've seen different transit agencies using. National RTAP also has some free technology tools that you can use. We have a lot. We have GTFS Builder, Cost Allocation Calculator, Procurement Pro, Website Builder, Ride Sheet, Rural INTD, rural section of the National Transit Database. So you can find all of our technology tools at nationalrtap.org, technology-tools/overview. And Tara has an answer. Um, oh, this is a great one. Mobile booking platforms and real-time vehicle tracking. So riders can schedule trips, receive ETAs, get alerts about delays, automated scheduling and dispatching. Wow, a lot of great technology. And Tara put the link to our technology tools. And Georgia Dot is talking about statewide scheduling and routing. And prepaid fare cards. I know Georgia has that kind of technology, and it's amazing. Florida called out the key city of Key West. Government Transit has a mobile app for their on-demand transit service. Ketchikan, that's Stephanie, utilizes technology for real-time arrivals, service adjustments, detours, and social media is a great way. Yeah, definitely. Georgia Dot uses several of our tools. Thank you. We'll be doing more and more. Okay. All right. I think we're ready for question 3, and that is Stephanie from Alaska. Put question 3 in the comments, please. Okay. Have you, if you're a transit agency, considered consolidation for efficiency for other operators? And if you're not a transit agency, what are some good practices you've seen about it? Well, if you're looking for information on consolidation or coordination, look to the Transportation Technical Assistance Coordination Library, commonly known as TECL. The new FTATA Center, CCAM TAC, has a new TECL resources collection, and you can find that one at ccam-tac.org/TECL-resource. Tara has a good answer. Transit agencies should actively explore partnerships and consolidation opportunities with neighboring systems to reduce administrative overheads. Definitely align service areas and improve rider experience. More technology like shared call centers and joint procurement efforts are just a couple of the ways. Talks about national RTAP's tools too. Thank you. Anything else for question 3? Any other good things? Rhonda, hello. Thank you for joining us. We're up to question 3. Have you considered consolidation for efficiency with other operators? And I think since we got a late start, we're going to move on to question 4. But, we just got another answer for question 3. Georgia developed a statewide transit plan in 2020. The goal is to expand transit statewide to all 159 counties. Currently have transit in 130 counties. That's great. One of the recommendations in the statewide transit plan included transit development plans statewide. I like that. Okay, so we are ready, Stephanie Lewis, for question 4. You're going to love this question. So put it in the chat. Okay, and this is a good one for everybody, whether you're a transit agency or anybody. If you could design the ideal rural transit vehicle, what features could it have? We just got another question, answer 3. If you can't consolidate, think about marketing connection together. Joint marketing relationships like the Northwest Connector can push promotions out. That's a great idea. And our Center for Rural Road Safety answered question 4. The ideal rural transit vehicle would include features that would address common challenges. Okay, wow. Finding drivers with a CDL is often difficult. vehicle with 14 or fewer seats. That's really good for safety. Getting warranty work or maintenance done, it can be challenging. So yeah, look to their website for some good ideas. Tara thinks it could be smaller, fuel efficient, or maybe electric with all-weather capabilities, accessible ramps, lifts, flexible seating configurations, Wi-Fi, real-time GPS. Good features to include would be easy cleaning flooring, mobile charging, collision sensors, driver ergonomics, snow chains, bike racks, rural Wi-Fi. Wow. I just thought if I could design the ideal rural transit vehicle, it would have beautiful large windows for seeing the really scenic rural terrains in rural areas. So, okay, who else wants to take a shot at the ideal rural transit vehicle? Well, while you're thinking about that, we're going to take a little break from our questions, and I'm going to post a link here for our Rural Transit Day pledge. We always talk about this before and during Rural Transit Day. It's a pledge to show your commitment to rural transit. We've had it since pretty much the beginning, and we're up to 392 pledges. We don't ask for money, we just ask for people to share their commitment for rural transit. And we're hoping to get to 400 by the end of the day. I know other people have talked about the pledge before in today, so okay, so while people are going to the pledge, I want to see if I missed anybody's questions or answers. It's easier on Twitter when I'm not talking because I can do all the likes and see who's here. But yeah, a lot of great people are here, and I like all of them. Okay, so why don't we go to question 5? And that is John. John is here now. I'm still not sure if John's here, but if you are, please put question 5 into the comment area. We'll give another minute, see if we got any. Oh, we got another pledge. Thank you, thank you. I think I'm going to put question 5 in the comment area. I don't feel too bad about being late now if others are late. I think we'll still finish this on time. So here's question 5. How are you addressing the challenges in hiring drivers in this new generation? If you're a transit agency, how are you doing it on your own? Or what advice would you have for transit agencies? And Georgia Dot answered another question. We work with our transit agencies to procure vehicles that meet the needs of our systems. This is for the ideal transit vehicle. The vehicles are purchased through the Department of Administrative Services statewide contract. So I'm sure they are ideal, especially since you have things in all those counties. So Tara has an answer for A5. Again, it's from National RTAP. We have resources on recruitment, compensation, hiring flexibility, training, retention, toolkits, webinars, e-learning. There is our link. And in Georgia, the subrecipients participate in jobs fairs and advertisement. That is great. I'm going to add, you can look to the National RTAP Transit Managers Toolkit section on hiring for some tips. And that's, if you look at nationalrtap.org, click on toolkits, and then you can go right to hiring. So Stephanie Bushon, why don't you put question 6 into the chat? And Rhonda, being more flexible with their personal lives. Yeah, drivers are definitely very important people, and giving them flexibility in their time, if one person can drive earlier, another can drive later, that's a great idea. Okay. Anything else for question 5? Or I think, Stephanie, we are ready for question 6. Stephanie Bushon, come on down from Alaska and put question 6 in the comments. I'm going to right now check the pledge. We're up to 394. We only need 4 more pledges to make it to 400. If anybody wants to share our pledge with people, that would be great. Okay, question 6. Do you, if you're a transit agency, have duplication with other transit operators within your service area? If so, how do you coordinate when it comes to passengers and federal funding splits? Audra also talked about being flexible with schedules. So that goes with Rhonda's about being flexible with their personal lives. And Elle has an answer for A5. Some agencies have removed the education requirements. No longer need a high school diploma. Interesting. But also working to attract high school students early on by speaking to their classes about employment opportunities in transit. And if you're at a transit agency, that's an easy thing that you can do too, especially if you have kids in high school. You can, ask to go into their classes. Elle also says, okay, no, that's Tara. National RTAP can help you with all of that. Peer learning to reduce inefficiencies and improve service delivery. So go to nationalrtap.org. Okay, question 6. How do you coordinate when it comes to passengers and federal funding splits? A6. That's a really tough question, I think. I didn't even really have an answer for that, but if you are a transit manager, I'm sure you do. Okay, let me check the pledge again. We're still up to 394, but I think we can make it. All right, so while people are thinking about question 6, Georgia doesn't have this challenge there. They've mastered it. That's great. And Stephanie Lewis, please put question 7 in the comments. You will like this. This is an easy, fun question too. But we still hope, some of you can answer question 6, because we want to answer the tough questions as well as the easy ones, sharing best practices. Okay, this is question 7. Other than getting from point A to point B, what other benefits does reliable rural transit bring to a community? Thank you, Stephanie. So we talked about, what you're doing for rural transit, but what are some of the benefits? And if you can't think of any, we do have in our marketing toolkit, which Al Carey produced for us, we have a transit benefit statistics page. So you can see a lot of benefits on that. You can find the numbers to tell your story. But I'm sure people in our audience today can think of benefits. What benefits do you see for your riders, for the community? From Georgia, flexibility, mobility, and the feeling of independence for individuals, especially people with disabilities and seniors. Okay. Tara says it improves public health, reduces social isolation. Very true. Supports economies, connects workers and shoppers, and can even reduce emergency response costs. It enables aging in place for seniors and independence for people with disabilities. Center for Rural Road Safety has a great answer. a benefit cost ratio of at least 15-1, meaning that individuals and communities benefit from rural transit. These benefits include access to social opportunities like a senior center and healthcare, employment. There's a safety benefit too. Measuring the economic benefits. A lot of good resources in there. From DJ Transit, building confidence, helping people maintain independence. And from Elegant, providing jobs for rural residents. From ADRA, independence for going to work, and seniors are able to be more social. That's reducing isolation. These are all great benefits. Now, this is our last question before we go to, we'll have a poll and a contest, and then I will try to share a song. But, okay, question 8 is from John. I'm still not sure if John Anto is here. John, if you are here, please answer add your question 8. We still are up to 394 pledges, but that's still really good. I'm going to put question 8 in here. Alrighty. Hi, Lynn. Another benefit is socialization is a benefit of rural transit. Absolutely. Okay, question 8. What other modes are you considering, if you're a transit agency or operating, that are different from traditional fixed route and paratransit and general public dial-a-ride? And if you're an organization that's not a transit agency, what have you seen that's really interesting or beneficial? Oh, here's Robin. Hi. Robin Phillips, our Executive Director. We've been talking about rural driver safety and hours of service. Yep, that's very important. Okay, who wants to answer question 8? Here's Georgia again, rural systems in Georgia. Did not have fixed routes, but offer demand response. Interesting, with deviated route service. It accommodates same-day service with scheduling in advance. All Georgia vehicles are ADA accessible. Hooray. Rural road safety does not operate a system. One thing many of the rural partners are considering is microtransit. Definitely. It has the ability to provide a broader geographic coverage. They put in a TCRP report you might want to look at. And Tara also talked about microtransit, volunteer driver programs, on-demand transit partnerships, flexible routes. Thank you, Robin. Long hours driven in rural areas help people stay connected are amazing and difficult. DJ Transit's doing senior trips coordinated through adults, daycares, and churches. And Tuolumne County Transit, hope I pronounced that well, is considering going all microtransit. Wow. Okay. So you can keep answers coming. If you're going to answer a question that was earlier, it would be great if you say which question it is, like A1. So I'm putting this poll up. I activated it. And when I, okay, what is your favorite rural destination? The mountains, the beach, the farmer's market. Other, please post in the comments area. So this is a poll that I can see, you can see. Yeah, I actually saw someone likes the beach. I wonder if that's Florida. I like the beach in Florida. And I'm just looking at the poll. I'm sure there's some comments coming too. in the meantime, we've gotten some from Robin, integrating biking and walking can help your service reach more destinations. Yes. And back to A1, DJ Transit. Their wish is that community leaders understand that many rural transit agencies are nonprofit. The beach, the beach. That was in Florida. We love the beach. Okay, I wonder if I can vote. I don't think so, but I love the beach too. So we'll leave the poll up for a little while, and I'm going to go back to this because we're going to do a contest, and we have 5 minutes. The contest is to win a Rural Transit Day t-shirt, an authentic, genuine Rural Transit Day t-shirt. Don't take any imitations. So, the contest, you've probably all heard of contests for guess how many jelly beans or M&Ms are in a jar, and you win the jar of jelly beans and M&Ms. It's a little like that. National RTAP is compiling a time capsule of things for Rural Transit Day. We started it, I think, 2 years ago, and we have a lot of business cards, bus passes, tickets, tokens, stress thingamajiggies. So I'd like people to guess how many things are in this Rural Transit Day time capsule so far. When we fill it, we are going to bury it, and then maybe somebody will open it 100 years from now and see what rural transit was like in the 2020s. So let's see what else we're talking about. New Mexico route to Taos. Our team was just in Taos. It's beautiful. So, okay, who wants to guess how many things are in our Rural Transit Day time capsule? Either the first person who guesses the right number, or the first person who guesses close to the right number before 3 o'clock. We have, I guess, 25, 22. Everybody here can guess. 37, 32. Hey, Tony. 106. Everybody has a chance. 27. We have 3 more minutes. I don't know if I'm going to disappear. I didn't really appear when I was supposed to. But what I would like to show you now, while you're guessing, I'm showing the word Austin with a neat map. Why am I showing Austin? Robin knows. Because we are holding a technical assistance conference in Austin, December 7th through 10th. We have 4553. 45. Let me look at the poll. I think I'm going to close the results. And the beach is the winner. So we can't send people to the beach, but we can give a Rural Transit Day t-shirt. So we have 2 people who are close. So let me see my math. I'm gonna get my calculator out. Okay, the winner is Stephanie from Florida RTAP. She said 106, and there are 71 items. So thank you all for your guesses, and I'll reach out to you, Stephanie, after the chat, Thank you all for your votes. And this year, yeah, Georgia was very close. I did have to get my calculator. And yeah, we still hope to get more. It's funny, we got lots of tokens, lots of tickets, but this year we asked for smart cards, and we did not get any. So if you have any rural transit smart cards, you're still welcome to send them to me. My contact information is on our website, and we'll put them in the time capsule. Now I'm going to try something really exciting. You can see if it actually works, or actually hear if it actually works, and if not, I'll put it in the chat and you can look at it at your leisure. If you hear that. Does anybody hear the music? Heard, okay, wonderful. So this is the transit agency from the Philippines that made a song for Rural Transit Day. Elle is the person who helped me with the practice, which people, and Eric too. I'm going to turn it off now because we're out of time. And yeah, I kept saying in the practice, does anyone see my poll? Yeah, okay. So thank you all. We started a little late, we ended on time. Really, really appreciate all your information sharing, best practices. We will have this reel, if I can figure out how to end this chat, hopefully. I think there's a red thing, yeah, end live video. So any final comments for Rural Transit Day? Thank you to our wonderful moderators, our helpers, and our participants. See you next year at Rural Transit Day. Bye.